I will call to order the meeting of the Chautauqua County Legislature on December 20th, 2023. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bankowski.
Here.
Mr. Davis.
Here.
Mrs. Gustafson. Mr. Harmon.
Here.
Mr. Heiser.
Here.
Mr. Hemmer.
Here.
Mr. Muldowney.
Here.
Mr. Nelson.
Here.
Mr. Niebel.
Here.
Ms. Parker.
Here.
Mr. Pavlak.
Here.
Mr. Penhallow.
Here.
Mr. Proctor.
Here.
Mrs. Rankin. Mr. Scudder.
Here.
Mr. Torres is absent. Ms. Vanstrom. Mr. Wilfong.
Here.
Chairman Shagnon.
Here.
There are 18 members present and 1 member absent. There is quorum.
Thank you. And now on our agenda, we will have the prayer and pledge of allegiance by Legislator Niebel.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful Christmas season 2023. We remember the birth of your Son, Jesus, and the joy, love, hope, and peace he brought to the world 2,000 years ago. We ask for your guidance and wisdom for the legislators on the important decisions they will be making this evening. Some of the legislators will not be returning next year. We ask a special blessing for them as they begin a new chapter in their lives. During this holy season, we ask you to be with the nation of Israel and Jewish communities throughout the United States. Give us all the strength and courage to speak out and fight anti-Semitism wherever it exists. Finally, we ask for safe passage home for everyone here in the legislative chambers. In thy name we ask it. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, that brings us to approval of the minutes of the last legislature meeting on November 15th. We have a motion to approve the minutes as presented by Legislator Bankowski and a second by Legislator Harmon. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. That brings us to the first privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject relating to any local law, resolution, or motion appearing on tonight's agenda. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the first privilege of the floor? Please introduce yourself.
My name is Wallace Rankin of Jamestown. My mother is Elizabeth Rankin. I just want to say that she did a good job, and we're looking forward to what's happening next.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the first privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, I will close the first privilege of the floor, and I would invite the county executive to come down front. He has a request to be made of the body.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, unfortunately, as close to the Christmas holiday season as this is, if we could take a moment of silence for 2 outstanding members of our county. The first is Mr. Dr. Joe DiCarlo. Dr. DiCarlo was a longtime member of the Chautauqua County Community Service Board, serving on the board for 24 years since February of 1999. Knowing Dr. DiCarlo personally, having graduated with his children, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire DiCarlo family at this time. I would also like us to take a moment of silence to remember George Theophylactides. Mr. Theophylactides came to Jamestown and found a welcome home. He was the founder and owner of El Greco, a premier furniture builder that is known nationwide in prominence. They came back, a devastating fire that hit their business in the early 2000s rebuilt and has maintained Jamestown as a home. Talking to his family, he has been an ambassador for the Greek community, not only here in Jamestown, but in Chautauqua County, but in Western New York. So if you could please take a moment of silence to remember these two individuals from Chautauqua County. Thank you.
Don't go away, Mr. County Executive. We're going to have some commendations to present down here. So we're going to start with commendation for outgoing legislator Muldowney. Mr. Muldowney, would you join us down front, please?
Glad. I almost thought I forgot my glasses.
I'll read the first half.
Yep. See all that, Bob? You got it, babe. You get right in the middle there. Okay.
So the office of the county legislature, Chautauqua County, New York, a letter of commendation. Whereas the Honorable Kevin Muldowney was first sworn into the Chautauqua County Legislature on January 1st, 2016, and whereas Legislator Muldowney has represented the constituents of Legislature District 1, which is comprised of portions of the town of Dunkirk and the city of Dunkirk, and whereas Legislator Muldowney has served on multiple legislative committees during his tenure in the Chautauqua County Legislature, he served on the Administrative Services Committee from 2016 through 2023, where he was the vice chair from 2019 through 2023. He served on the Audit and Control Committee from 2016 through 2019, as well as the Planning and Economic Development Committee from 20 to 23, where he has been the chairman from 2022 through 2023. And whereas Legislator Muldowney worked closely with all county departments to assist with the adoption of the annual county budget, resolutions, local laws, and procedures to guide our county operations, and
whereas Legislator Muldowney also served on numerous county boards and commissions, including Chautauqua County's Visitors Bureau Board of Directors, Lake Erie Management Commission, Portland Pomfret Dunkirk Sewer District, as well as Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency Board of Directors. And whereas throughout his incredible and exemplary service to the county over the past 8 years, Legislator Muldowney has proven to be dedicated, understanding, and has worked tirelessly to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. Now there we, Pierre E. Chagnon, Chairman of the Legislature, and I, Paul M. Wendell Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby recognize and thank Legislator Muldowney for his outstanding dedication and service to Chautauqua County. In witness whereof, we have hereto set our hands and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 20th day of December, 2023. Signed myself and Chairman Chagnon.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. I never thought it was almost like a eulogy here. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being here for 8 years, and look forward to the next legislature moving on with the agenda. Thank you very much.
And unfortunately, Legislator Torres is not able to be with us this evening because he had a death in the family out of town. So I'm still going to present his letter of commendation. Whereas the Honorable Jorge Billy Torres was first sworn into Chautauqua County Legislature on January 1st, 2022, and whereas Legislator Torres has represented the constituents of Legislature District 9, which is comprised of the northeast portion of the city of Jamestown, and whereas Legislator Torres has been a member of the Human Services Committee from 2022 through 2023, where he served as the ranking member in 2023, and whereas Legislator Torres worked closely with all county departments to assist with the adoption of the annual county budget, resolutions, local laws, and procedures to guide our county operations, and
whereas throughout his exemplary service to the county over the past 2 years, Legislator Torres has proven to be dedicated, understanding, and has worked tirelessly to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. Now, therefore, we, Pierre E. Chagnon, Chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, and I, Paul M. Wendell, Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby recognize and thank Legislator Torres for his outstanding dedication and service to Chautauqua County. In witness whereof, we have hereto set our hands and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 20th day of December 2023. Also, a side note, Billy is extremely dedicated to the youth in Chautauqua County, especially at the East Side YMCA. So I know that his time in the legislature was short, but I guarantee you he will continue his work with the youth of Chautauqua County, as well as a representative for all of the county.
So Billy, if you're watching us tonight, we're going to miss you, wish you were here, and best of luck to you. And now I'd like to invite Legislator Rankin to come down. Sure.
Tom and Wallace, would you please join me? I don't know if any of you remember, but when I was sworn in as a legislator, Wallace stood next to me and put his hand up too. He was only about this tall then. And I couldn't have done this job without the support of these two. So thank you for letting me invite them up. Thank you.
Sure.
I also want to acknowledge my sister-in-law Sue, who's here, who's always given me great support and love, and thank you for being here.
Okay, we'll read this now.
I've always got something to say.
From the office of the County Legislature, Chautauqua County, New York, a letter of commendation. Whereas Honorable Elizabeth Rankin was first sworn into the Chautauqua County Legislature on January 1st, 2015, and whereas Legislator Rankin has represented the constituents of Legislature District 12, which is comprised of the north portion of the city of Jamestown, and whereas Legislator Rankin has served on multiple legislative committees during her tenure in the Chautauqua County Legislature. She served on the Human Services Committee from 2015 through 2023, where she served as the chairwoman in 2018 and vice chair from 2019 through 2023. She was also a member of the Planning and Economic Development Committee from 2021 through 2023. And whereas Legislator Rankin has served on numerous county boards and commissions, including the Chautauqua County Board of Health, Stop DWI Advisory Board, as well as the Chautauqua County Law Library, and
whereas Legislator Rankin worked closely with all county departments to assist with the adoption of the annual county budget, resolution, local laws, and procedures to guide our county operations. And whereas throughout her esteemed and exemplary service to the county over the past 9 years, Legislator Rankin has proven to be dedicated, understanding, and has worked tirelessly to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. Now, therefore, we, Pierre E. Chagnon, Chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, and I, Paul M. Wendell, Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby recognize and thank Legislator Rankin for her outstanding dedication and service to Chautauqua County. In witness whereof, we have hereto set our hands and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 20th day of December 2023. Signed myself and Pierre Chagnon. Congratulations. We miss you too.
Not only is it a great privilege to be part of this group, it's a great responsibility. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for all you've done for me, and keep up all the good work. God bless you all. Thank you.
And sorry, pictures. And now I'd like to invite Legislator Davis to come forward. Again, the office of the County Legislature, Chautauqua County, New York, letter of commendation. Whereas the Honorable John Davis was first sworn into the Chautauqua County Legislature on January 1st, 2018, And whereas Legislator Davis has represented the constituents of Legislature District 16, which is comprised of the towns of Poland, Carroll, and Kyantone, whereas Legislator Davis has served on multiple legislative committees during his tenure on the Chautauqua County Legislature. He served on the Administrative Services Committee from 2018 through 2023, as well as the Public Facilities Committee from 2020 through 2023. Legislator Davis has also been a member of the Chautauqua County Landfill Commission from 2022 through 2023. And whereas Legislator Davis worked closely with all county departments to assist with the adoption of the annual county budget, resolutions, local laws, and procedures to guide our county operations, and
whereas throughout his dignified and exemplary service to the county over the past 6 years, Legislator Davis has proven to be dedicated, understanding, and has worked tirelessly to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. Now therefore, we, Pierre E. Chagnon, Chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, and I, Paul M. Wendell, Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby recognize and thank Legislator Davis for his outstanding dedication and service to Chautauqua County. In witness whereof, we have hereto set our hands and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 20th day of December, 2023, signed myself and Pierre Chagnon. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Can I invite your family down?
please do.
Okay. I appreciate this. I'm going to invite my family to come down, if you folks would come down, just real quickly for a minute. And you guys too, come on. Yeah. They didn't know I was going to do this, but it has been an honor being a part of this legislature. And this group has supported me throughout the entire time. This is only a part of my family. The ones that were from out of town couldn't make it in, but it is a blessing to have everybody here standing with me. They've supported me throughout. I appreciate all of you, the opportunity to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. I believe that in the 6 years that I've been here, we've made it a better place to be, to live, work, and raise a family. Keep up the good work, and thank you all. So.
Yeah. So we have one more commendation. I don't know how we're going to top that last one. I don't think there's too many people left here for. But John, Legislator Hemmer, please come down. So again, from the office of the county legislature, Chautauqua County, New York, a letter of commendation, whereas Honorable John Hemmer was first sworn into the Chautauqua County Legislature on January 1st, 2012, and whereas when Legislator Hemmer was first elected, he proudly represented Legislative District 22, which included parts of the town of Ripley and parts of the town of Westfield, and whereas after redistricting and another successful election in 2014, Legislator Hemmer now represents Legislative District 19, which is comprised of the towns of Ripley and Westfield and the village of Westfield. And whereas Legislator Hemmer has served on multiple legislative committees during his tenure in the Chautauqua County Legislature, he served on the Public Safety Committee from 2012 through 2013, and again from 2020 through 2023. He served on the Human Services Committee from 2012 through 2013, and he also served 10 years on the Public Facilities Committee, where he has served as the chairman from 2014 through 2023. And whereas Legislator Hemmer also served on numerous county boards and commissions, including the Chautauqua County Parks Commission, the Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board, the Insurance Review Committee, the Chautauqua County Airport Commission, and the Chautauqua County Land Bank Corporation Board of Directors. And
Whereas Legislator Hemmer worked closely with all county departments to assist with the adoption of the annual county budget, resolutions, local laws, and procedures to guide our county operations. And whereas throughout his distinguished and exemplary service to the county over the past 12 years, Legislator Hemmer has proven to be dedicated, understanding, and one of the hardest working legislators to serve the residents of Chautauqua County. Now therefore, we, Pierre E. Chagnon, Chairman of the Chautauqua County Legislature, and I, Paul Lynn Wendell Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, do hereby recognize and thank Legislator Hemmer for his outstanding dedication and service to Chautauqua County. In witness whereof we have hereto set our hands and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 20th day of December 2023, signed myself and Pierre Chagnon. And something to note, there is now one remaining legislator that has been here longer. I got sworn in the same night John did in 2012. And Mr. Scudder is now the ranking or elder statesman of this body.
Elder statesman, that's it.
But again, on behalf of myself and the residents, John, thank you so much for your dedicated service.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been a great honor to be able to serve Chautauqua County and the county legislature. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed working with this legislature. It's really been the support and cooperation of this whole legislature that helps us to get things done. And I think I'm really proud of the accomplishments of the legislature. Thank you again.
okay, Olivia, we'll turn the agenda back to you.
All right. There are no veto messages from County Executive Wendell from the November 11th, 2023 meeting. There are 8 communications listed on the agenda. Are there any items that you wish to have read aloud? Okay. If you'd like a copy of any of these, please reach out to our office. Okay. Resolutions?
Legislator Bankowski.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to block resolutions 297-23 through 307-23.
Okay, we have a motion to block resolutions 297 through 307. Is there a second to the motion?
To second the motion, Chair.
Legislator Harmon makes the second. Any discussion on the motion to block? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? And they are blocked.
297-23, confirm appointment Parks Commission. 298-23, confirm reappointment Community Service Board. 299-23, confirm appointment and reappointments Chautauqua County Youth Board. 300-23, confirm appointments and reappointments Chautauqua County Office for the Aging Advisory Council. 301-23, confirm reappointments Chautauqua County Board of Health. 302-23, confirm reappointment to the Chautauqua County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. 303-23, confirm reappointments and appointments to the Chautauqua County Planning Board. 304-23, confirm reappointments Chautauqua County Soil and Water Conservation District Board of Directors. 305-23, confirm reappointments Southern Tier West Regional Planning and Development Board. 306-23, confirm reappointment, Southern Tier Extension Railroad Authority, STERA, Board of Directors. 307-23, confirm reappointments, County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, Board of Directors.
Okay, are there any questions, comments, discussion on any of the blocked resolutions? Hearing none, all those in favor of the blocked resolutions 297 through 307, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
308-23, authorize extension of the agreement between the North County Industrial Sewer District Number 1 and the City of Dunkirk for sewage treatment and disposal services.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
309-23, acceptance of CART's Public Transportation 2023 Accelerated Transit Capital Grant.
Any comments, any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
310-23, amend capital project accounts, Jamestown Community College.
Any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
311-23, amend 2023 budget for equipment purchases.
Are there any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Carried.
312-23, authorize acceptance of indigent legal services grant distribution number 14 for the period of January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2026.
Any questions, any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
313-23, amend 2023 budget for Office of the Sheriff, Navigation Snowmobile Department.
Any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
314-23, authorize execution of NYS Office of Homeland Security State Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program Grant, FY23.
Any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
315-23, authorize agreement with Town of Hanover for enhanced police protection services, FY24 and FY25.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
316-23, amend 2023 OES budget for FY 2020 SHSP grant.
Any comments, questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
317-23, amend 2023 OES budget for FY 2022 SHSP grant.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
318-23, authorize agreement with Village of Fredonia and amend OES 2023 budget.
Any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
319-23, FY 2023 Emergency Management Performance Grant, EMPG.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
320-23, FY 2023 State Homeland Security Program, SHSP.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
321-23, amend Chautauqua County Department of Public Health 2023 budget for increased education, handicapped children administrative costs.
Are there any comments or any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
322-23, authorize revised lease agreement with Warwick Plaza LLC.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
323-23, authorize renewal of lease agreement for 2024 with City of Jamestown for office space for the Department of Mental Hygiene.
Are there any comments or any questions on the resolution? Legislator Pavlik.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just like to make a couple comments. Last year, we had some similar concerns that weren't remedied in this year's lease agreement, and yet we're moving forward with some of the same issues that I still have concerns about. One is we have leaky roofs, and the department has been issued citations for this. We're also leasing space that we are not able to utilize because of the conditions. It just, I had a hard time agreeing to another lease agreement that really wasn't that beneficial, and we still have some underlying issues. Now, I understand that it's very hard for mental hygiene to just up and leave, and thus that is why this is a one-year extension, and it takes a while to find another place, so they need to stay here, unfortunately. I will not be supporting it just because I don't agree with the conditions and the way that their department has had an uphill battle with trying to get some of these things remedied by the city. So I'll be voting against this.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments, questions on the resolution? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Nay. Okay, we have 2 nay votes.
Okay.
Legislator Bankowski and Pavlik. The resolution is adopted.
324-23, amend 2023 budget to implement the Critical Incident Stress Management CISM team project using funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
324-23, amend 2023 budget to implement the critical, that's the one I just read. Okay, 325-23, authorizing the submittal of a New York State Community Development Block Grant application for microenterprise assistance.
Any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
326-23, authorize use of 3% occupancy tax reserve and amend 2024 budget to enhance programming for the Chautauqua County Visitors Bureau.
Any questions or any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
327-23, authorize use of 3% reserve funding and authorize agreement with Chautauqua Region Economic Development Corporation to initiate a public art program.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? I've seen Mr. Wilfong's hand go up first, and then
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm sure we all read in the Post-Journal today, there was a little article about myself and some of the questions that I had asked about the art program. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against any art program or anything that brings tourists to Chautauqua County. But as I was thinking, discussing with my colleagues, I think we'd like to really see some type of business plan, some type of layout of exactly where this $100,000 is, and that's a lot of money in our budget. So I would like to I'd like to create a motion to table this resolution and maybe come back and visit it another time, and would give the IDA an opportunity to come back to us and kind of give us a business plan of what actually they plan on doing with the money and how it's going to stimulate each one of the communities.
Are you making a motion?
I'm making a motion, to table the resolution.
Okay, and we have a second? Legislator Scudder. There's no discussion on a motion to table, so we go right to a vote. All those in favor of tabling Resolution 327-23, please say aye. Aye. Opposed?
No.
The resolution is tabled with one no vote from Legislator Nebel.
All right. 328-23. Authorize use of 3% occupancy tax reserve and establish capital account for waterway trail hazard removal.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
329-23. Authorize agreement with Chautauqua Region Economic Development Corporation for tourism development and placemaking.
Any questions or any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
330-23. Authorize agreement with Small Business Development Center at Jamestown Community College.
Any comments, any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
331-23. Authorize agreement with Chautauqua County Region Economic Development Corporation for Greenway Development.
Any questions, any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
332-23. Authorize agreement with County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency for business development, assistance, and promotion.
Are there any comments or are there any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
333-23. Authorize agreement with the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency for attraction and development of tourism-related businesses.
Are there any questions or any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
334-23. Amend 2024 budget to implement the Chautauqua County Strategic Infrastructure Project, Identification and Development Project using funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA.
Any discussion, any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Legislator Bankowski.
Motion to block 335-23 through 342-23.
Okay, we have a motion to block. Is there a second? Legislator Harmon seconds the motion to block. So we will then be considering resolutions 335-23 through 342-23 as a block. Any discussion on the motion to block? Hearing none, all those in favor of blocking, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? They are blocked.
335-23. Making appropriations for the conduct of county government for the fiscal year 2024. 336-23. Authorized tax levy. 337-23. Authorized levy of town taxes. 338-23. Authorized levy of unpaid town charges. 339-23. Authorized levy of omitted taxes. 340-23. Authorized levy of unpaid sewer user charges and civil penalties, North, South, and Center Chautauqua Lake and Portland, Pomfret, Dunkirk sewer districts. 341-23. Fixing equalization rates for 2024. 342-23, quitclaim deeds.
Is there any discussion on any of the resolutions that are blocked? That being 335-23 through 342-23. Any comments, questions, discussion on any of the resolutions? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bankowski. Yes. Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson. Yes. Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Hemmer.
Yes.
Mr. Muldowney.
Yes.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Nebel.
Yes.
Ms. Parker.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhallow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mrs. Rankin. Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Mr. Torres is absent. Ms. Vanstrom. Mr. Wilfong.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
There are 18 yes votes and one member absent. The blocked resolutions 335-23 through 342-23 are adopted.
Legislator Bankowski.
I'd like to make a motion to amend by substitution, Resolution 343-23. All the legislators have a copy of the amended resolution on their desk.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion to amend by substitution by Legislator Bankowski and a second by Legislator Harmon. Any discussion on the motion to amend by substitution? Hearing none, all those in favor of amending the resolution by substitution, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is amended. Now, questions, comments on the amended resolution? Legislator Scudder.
I believe we amended the city of Jamestown. Is that correct? The amount?
There were many changes.
There were many. Oh, okay. Then I
Yes.
won't ask for them all. I thought it was just one.
No.
I withdraw my hand.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of the amended resolution, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is carried.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have tabled motion, affirm support for Israel and condemn anti-Semitism.
Is there any questions, comments about the tabled motion? If there are none, it will remain tabled. It will remain tabled. Thank you. That brings us on the agenda to our announcements. Do any legislators have any announcements to share with us this evening? Yes, Legislator Gustafson.
So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Marianne Spanos and her team at the Office for the Aging for providing me the opportunity to be part of the delivery team for the Santa for seniors this past week. I had the pleasure of making 7 deliveries to seniors in our area. The seniors were both surprised and grateful, not only for the items that were received, but for the fact that they were remembered during this holiday season. I'd also like to thank Hurlbut Church and First Baptist Church of Mayville for their donations, and I look forward to participating in the deliveries next year. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements this evening? No more announcements. Okay, that will bring us to the second privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject. A member of the legislature may speak on any subject. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Step up to the microphone and introduce yourself.
My name is Rich Davidson. I got my wife and my daughter here, Pat and Michelle. We're the owners of Camp Pendergast, and we're coming into phase 2 of the sewer district for Chautauqua
the new sewer that's going in?
About 2 months ago, 4 gentlemen come to my house, wanted to walk through the campground, see about putting lift stations in, which is fine. They tell me that it's going to cost me $50,000 over a 30-year period, interest-free, which was fine. Then I'm hearing it's going to cost me $48,000 a year. And I can't get a straight answer from nobody. We call a few people, they never call us back. And all I'm asking for is a fair shake. I want to know how I can set my budget if I can't get no answers of what I'm going to owe.
Thank you for speaking to us this evening. I did receive your voice message earlier today when I was in between meetings, and I will be calling you tomorrow. I have talked to Tom Walsh, who's the executive director of the sewer district. I talked to him earlier today, and so I will be talking to you tomorrow, if that's okay.
That's okay, but Tom Walsh and Mr. Wilson, I think it is?
Brian Wilson is the
Brian
engineer,
Wilson.
yes.
I asked him a question. He chuckles and says, that's the way it is. I asked him about, okay, we're going to have to raise the rent. Campers are going to leave. What about the sites when are empty? Are we going to have to pay $500 a site when they're empty?
I'll speak with you tomorrow, and we can address your questions at that
I
time.
appreciate it very much. Thank you
welcome.
much.
Okay. Thank you. That was in reference to the extension of the South Chautauqua Lake Sewer District, and I serve on that board of directors. I imagine that's the reason that I got the phone call, so I will be addressing the concerns with the residents tomorrow. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
Good evening. My name is Amanda Christie. I reside in Gary, New York. I've been employed by Chautauqua County since July of 2019. I'm currently a child protection caseworker based out of the Jamestown office. To date, CPS workers in Chautauqua County have been assigned 2,199 reports of suspected abuse or maltreatment this year alone from the State Central Register. This number is not reflective of the subsequent reports that are received. Subsequent reports are additional reports that are received by the department while an open investigation is occurring. Over the past few years, CPS has dealt with multiple vacancies at all times. Currently, there are 25 CPS caseworkers, with only 16, or 64% of current staff, having over 2 years of experience. At this time, there are 6 vacancies in child protection, which equates to a full team. This number is 20% of our allocated workforce. Since my hire date in 2019, 33 staff members have left child protection. Of those, 52% of those discontinued their employment with the county. Additionally, the department as a whole has struggled to recruit qualified individuals to sign up and take the caseworker civil service examination. Currently, there's no active list to utilize in hiring CPS caseworkers. The next test is not being offered until the spring of 2024. Even when the department is able to hire provisionally prior to the test being offered, the New York State Office of Children and Family Services, our governing body, requires that caseworkers complete mandatory state training before being assigned cases, working independently, and being placed on our on-call rotation schedule. On average, it takes 6 to 7 months after a person is hired to complete the training process. During this time, the county is investing thousands of dollars in salaries and benefits for new employees. Additionally, monies are being utilized for experienced workers to train new employees, as there is not currently a departmental employee specific to training new hires. This year, several of these new hires have completed training and subsequently quit, leaving the county for jobs with better pay, better benefits, less stress, and more consistent work schedules. The county has been unable to maintain wages corresponding with rising minimal wages, current inflation, and the experience levels and skill set necessary to work with our most vulnerable population in the county. This is directly related to the difficulty of field work, trauma in finding clients deceased, child fatalities, children who are severely injured, disfigured, and traumatized. Caseworkers interact in the homes of families with caretakers and parents who are struggling with substance abuse, mental health disorders often undiagnosed, violent behaviors, gang affiliation, domestic violence, and criminal behavior. Being a CPS caseworker requires a special skill set to be able to maintain and engage families to work toward risk reduction and ultimately keeping the children safe. Due to the inability to control intake, as anyone can call in a report of suspected abuse or maltreatment on any day or time, coupled with the lack of experienced CPS workers, creates higher caseloads for workers, less time working with families to address these necessary safety factors, and an environment where there's seemingly no light at the end of the tunnel. This contributes to the ongoing recruitment and retention struggles. We are asking you to be open to genuinely hear from CPS staff and be responsive in addressing our concerns with creative solutions for improvements related to recruitment and retention. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Anyone else for the second privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, I will close the second privilege of... Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Sedota, and I'm actually a CPS supervisor. I've been with the county for 28 years, and I just want to say, well, I certainly appreciate the sentiments just expressed. I'd also like to say that as a supervisor, I've worked under 6 different county executives, 6 different commissioners, and I have seen a lot of positive change over the last year, and I just want to make that clear that you know, the staff do appreciate a lot of the changes that have occurred recently. We have had a lot of challenges over the years, and I think we're going to continue to have a lot of those challenges. But I just want to say that I commend our current commissioner. I think he's doing an excellent job, and I think he's been very receptive to try to address a lot of these problems that were just brought up. So.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do as well. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? I'm looking carefully now. Anyone else for second privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, now I will close the second privilege of the floor. Legislator Bankowski.
I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session for consideration of a motion to enter executive session pursuant to Public Officers Law, Sections 105D and F, for the purpose of discussions regarding proposed, pending, or current litigation, and for discussions regarding matters leading to the employment, discipline, dismissal, or removal of a particular person.
Is there a second to the motion to enter into executive session?
I'll second that motion, Chair.
Legislator Harmon seconds the motion. Discussion on the motion to enter into executive session? Hearing none, all those in favor of entering into executive session, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. So, for housekeeping, we will be engaging in an executive session in this room, in this conference room. And at the conclusion of the executive session, there will be no further business to be conducted by the legislature. So as soon as the executive session is adjourned, we will adjourn the legislature meeting. So there's no need for anyone to stick around to see what develops, because there will be no comments and no discussion and no action after the executive session and conclusion of the meeting. So we would welcome our guests to leave us at this point, and the legislators are welcome to take a break for a few minutes before we convene the executive session.